Okay, question 4. So the diagram shows a right angled triangle, so we have a right angled triangle here. The triangle is cut along the dotted lines to make two quadrilaterals, so this is two four-sided figures. Okay, so this is what they've done. So this piece here fits into this piece here, as we can see. Okay, and we have to work out angle X. So this is again quite simple. The one thing that we know about quadrilaterals is that their interior angles always add up to 360 degrees. So I'll just show you here. If I've got a square, this is 90, this is 90, this is 90, this is 90. So these angles added up together, 4 lots of 90, 360 degrees. Now this is a quadrilateral. Now if I bend this shape in any way or form and still have 4 sides, the internal angles will still add up to 360 degrees because you can't lose angles. So this part here, okay, goes in here. So I know that that angle is 100 degrees. So the full circle here would be 360. So this angle around here must be 360 less the 100. So this must be 260 degrees. Okay, so I can write that down and say the angle CDA. Okay, so the exterior angle CDA equals 360 minus the 100, which equals 260 degrees. Okay, and I said it's the exterior angle because well, let's change that. Let's say it's not the exterior angle. We can say that it's a reflex angle. Okay, so let's change this a little bit, tidy it up. Okay, so if you imagine this is an elbow here, on the outside of your elbow, this is where they test your reflexes. So this is what we call a reflex angle. So we can say that the reflex angle CDA is 260 degrees. So we know that that's 260 degrees. Now I also know that if I push this shape into here, okay, so we've got this triangle, the original triangle. If I push this into here, this was a right angle. Okay, so because I know that 60 degrees, this was where the original shape was, okay, this was a right angle here, okay, then we can say the angle DAB, so angle DAB is 90 degrees minus 60 degrees, which was taken away. So this gives us an angle of 30 degrees. So this angle here is 30 degrees. Okay, so I'm hoping you can see that. So the remaining angle, angle X, is going to be 360 degrees less this, less this, less this. Okay, so angle X will equal 360 minus the 260 degrees minus the 30 degrees at the top minus the 30 degrees at the bottom. Okay, so that's 360 less the 230 degrees and 260. So 360 minus 260 we know is 100, less 30 is 70, less 30 is 40 degrees. So I now know the angle X is 40 degrees. This is worth 4 marks, so you can see it's not difficult, but it's definitely worth chasing because it's worth 4 marks. And again, this is at the beginning of the paper. And as I said to you before, make sure you nail the first half of the paper. Okay, so I'll pause this and I'll go on to question 5. Okay, question 5. The diagram shows positions of 6 chairs in the classroom. So we have 6 chairs here and they're all facing north in this direction. 5 students are sitting on the chairs so that Ben is on a bearing of 45 degrees from Adam, Kath is on a bearing of 90 degrees from Ben, Darren is on a bearing of 135 degrees from Emily. On the plan below, show where each student is sitting. Okay, now I don't really like this question very much. It's a bit fiddly and faffy for me, but okay. Ben is on a bearing of 45 degrees. Now, the one thing that you do need to know is all bearings are taken from north. Okay, so this is north. Okay. Now, if it's from, like Ben is on a bearing of 45 degrees from Adam, okay, then Ben is going to be 45 degrees in this direction, so that would be 45 degrees in this direction. Okay, so he will be over here somewhere. Now, Kath is on a bearing of 90 degrees from Ben, so if say Ben is here, a 90 degree bearing again from north would come round here. Okay, so this is a question easy to show it. So I know that these bearings seem to be going in a circle because all bearings go clockwise. So I will put Adam here. Okay, on the bottom left hand corner, because we're going to go 45 degrees, then we're going to go 90, then we're going to go 135. So Ben is on a bearing of 45 degrees, 45 degrees from Adam. So this is north. Okay, so we always come from north. So you would put your protractor along here and you would come off 45 degrees, and you can see here that 45 degrees from here means that Ben must be sitting here. Okay, because that angle there, okay, is 45 degrees. Now Kath is on a bearing of 90 degrees from Ben. So again, all bearings are taken from north, so this is north, because north is always vertically up. Now 90 degrees, I would come round to here, that would be 90 degrees, so she's in that direction. So Kath must be sitting in this desk, or at this desk. Okay, So Kath is on a bearing of 90 degrees from Ben. Darren is on a bearing of 135 degrees from Emily. So Emily somewhere is in one of these desks, one of these three desks. And Darren is going to be 135 degrees from Emily. Now, if I just draw two lines, so let's say this is my north line here, yeah, this is north. 135 degrees, okay, that would be 90. So somewhere around here, so this is 180, this is 90, so somewhere in that direction, okay. So Darren is on a bearing of 135 degrees from Emily, so if Emily is here, then Darren must be down and to the right. So Emily can't be sitting here because there are no desks down to the right, and can't be sitting here because there are no desks to the right. So it says from Emily. So Emily must be here. So then I will put in my north again. Okay, and we can see here that this desk must be then Darren. Okay, I did say it was fiddly, and for 3 marks I think it's very easy to get confused with this particular question. Okay, but that's how I would solve it. Okay, so that was question 5, so I'll move on to question 6. Okay, so question 6. Here's the number of people that visit a restaurant in the first 15 days of December. Okay, so one day there were 24 people, another day there were 21, another day there was 13, and so on. So show the data on an ordered stem and leaf diagram. And they kindly say remember to complete the key. So this is really simple. Okay, this is the key. So take any one of the numbers here and write 2, 4 equals 24, 3, 1 equals 31 people, or represents 31 people. Now my lowest number here is 11. So the stem, this is the stem, this represents tens, and the leaves represent the digits. So 11 people would be 10 plus 1, 13 people 10 plus 3. Okay, so if I was putting in 48, I will go in this row because it's 40, and I would write 4 and then 8. Okay, that's all you do. So I do this, so I've got all my numbers, and then what I do is these numbers now have to be written in order. Okay, so instead of 13 and 11 here, I would write 1 and 3, yeah, so that they're all in order. So here I would have 1, 4, 5, 8 and 9. Here 0, 3, 5 and 9, and here 1, 4, 7 and 8. So all I've done is written them in order. So now I've got 11, 13, 21, 24, 25, 28, 29. Okay, so they're all in order. Now it says here, so we've answered this part of the question already just by doing this. Some people go to the restaurant on the 16th of December, so that's after all these people have visited. And it says for the first 16 days in December, the median number of the people is 31. So this is 31. How many people went to the restaurant on the 16th of December? Okay. Now if we've got 15 people, the middle number would be the 8th number, okay, because half of 15 is 7.5, so you always round it up. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this would be the 8th number here. Okay, so the median for 15 days is 30, okay, because if I was to write this out, this number will be in the middle, okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers, and then this middle number, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we've got 7 numbers, this number here, so 0 plus 30 is 30, and then these numbers follow afterwards. Now, if we have 16 days, half of 16 is 8, okay, but let me just explain something to you. If I've got an odd number of numbers, say 1, 2 and 3, my median is the middle number here, is 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's easy. Now if I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, the middle number is in here. It's between these two numbers. So we add these two numbers together and then divide by 2. Okay? So if we have an extra number put in here, then the median is going to go from 30 to 31. Okay? So our number here would be the middle two numbers added together, which would give us 64, and then we divide by 2. Okay, so I'm probably not explaining this very well, but it would be 64 divided by 2, okay, which would equal 32. So 32 people came on that day. Okay, so I probably haven't explained this very well, but you can see here that there's 4 marks just for completing the stem and leaf diagram, which is very, very simple. But this last question here, it's statistics, so you're working to something that's very sort of, it could be this, it could be that. There doesn't seem to be a definitive answer. Okay, but I do know that the number here is going to be between, it's going to go up from here to here, okay, between 0 and 3. So I probably haven't explained this very well, but I hope some of you get it, okay. But the stem and leaf diagram is particularly important, okay? So I'll move on to the next question. Okay, question 7. So this is quite a nice question. The diagram shows a rectangle 3A by 5B. Write down an expression for the area of the triangle. Simplify your answer. So that would just be 3A multiplied by 5B, yeah? Length times width. So we simplify this, so this would be 3 5 15, A times B is AB. So we get 15 AB. 2 marks. Now you're given that A and B are prime numbers. The area of the circle is 315 centimetres squared. Work out the values of A and B. So I know that 15 AB equals 315. So the 15 is multiplying the AB. So AB must equal 315 divided by 15. Okay, now it's a calculator paper, so A times B equals, now 15 into 315 goes 21. Now this times this gives us 21. Now the only way we can get 21 is 1 times 21. Well, neither of those are prime numbers. Or 21 equals 3 times 7. Now both of these are prime numbers. So they're your answers. So 3 centimetres and 7 centimetres. That's it. Nothing more complicated than that. Okay, that's all there is to it. So I'll stop there and I'll work on the next video on the rest of the paper.